Alright guys, so first things first, shades. I'm wearing shades because I tend to look at the video on the camera side instead of looking into the camera when I'm doing videos, and I just don't really want to give that up yet because I like to see and kind of watch the video while I'm recording. Okay, so bear with me. And aside from that, I kind of just want to show off the cool shades. So I kind of want to talk about something that's kind of been bothering me, and I feel like it's an issue that a lot of upcoming YouTubers or just people in general will deal with, and that is haters, people that just want to see you not be successful. They want to try their best to get to you and make sure you reach a breaking point until you get out of character and then you become exactly what the narrative is that they're trying to spew about you. Okay, I've had many people tell me, Agwang, you should really just ignore people like that. They're small, they're petty, and keep doing your thing. Now, it's easier said than done because you want to kind of, put people in their place sometimes and then prove them wrong. You want to say, okay, so you got a problem with me. What's that problem about? Where did this come from? Show me the facts. And most of the time is that if people already have a narrative about you, they don't really care what it is that you can prove them wrong about. They don't care if you're right because the problem usually comes from a place of emotion. It comes from, just a way that you might have made them feel, not exactly you being wrong or what you've done. So with these people, you just got to let them grow. You just don't, they're not even worth your time. Just continue to be great and continue to grind and do whatever it is that you do as a YouTuber or just as a person in general, and you will get to where you're at and they will still be wherever they're at. Okay, I am really grateful to have the supporters that I do have, especially on my Patreon. They really go hard for me, and there are people that simply support me and subscribe to my Patreon just to give me some form of business. When I was going through what I was going through, my Patreons and the income and support that I make from my Patreons is what allowed me to move into my new place that I'm in now. And now I have a job and everything, and I'm good. So I really appreciate that, and those are the only people that you should really care about. Those are the only people that you should respond to. If they got a problem with you, then those are the only people that you should really address. You don't have to address outsiders or people that just come from, the left lane or whatever. Just don't worry about them. You will be better off just doing you, ignoring the BS, and continue to work on your positive craft or whatever it's about. And I guess that's pretty much it. One day I want to do like a full-on YouTube video, tips and things, but I feel like I need to get up there, with 100K or something before I can start talking about, what routes to take as a YouTuber, so I can show that it actually works and you are successful from it. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the Q&A. You asked, and I'll answer. So, alright, welcome back to the second episode of Ask Agwang, and this is basically where I answer questions from you guys, subscribers, the viewers, and you guys just put the hashtag Ask Agwang on Twitter, and I look through the best questions that I have in that bunch, and I answer them here in this video. So, let's get to the first question. Saiyan Kid Rose YT5 asks, he says, Agwang, do you know Dragon Ball Amino? And I know of it, but I haven't made an account for it. I don't know, I really haven't seen a purpose for it, so I don't really see a point to join it just yet. Maybe in the future, but as of right now, I don't use it. Nicholas says, is it possible to get Dragon Ball Xenoverse 1 mods being a Patreon? And the answer is yes. You can get those mods. They're all available on my Patreon, and if you join my Patreon Discord, we can better assist you. I have a support team who is ready to answer any type of questions that you guys may have. If you want to get some of those older mods and you play Dragon Ball Xenoverse 1, I have those available. I have them all ready if you want those, but it uses the old style. It replaces old characters. So if you are interested, they are still available. I have not deleted them. Just ask us, let us know which one you want, and they'll relay that to me, and I will have that link available for you. Actually, I think I do have a way where you guys can get to all my old mods, but that's something that I can explain to you personally, so just hit me up on Discord. Spider Wolf Bud says, Agwang, okay, since people are talking about it, do you think DLC 4 was good or bad? And to be honest, I never really expect anything from these DLCs. If they give us something good, then I'll get a little excited. But personally, like I don't have the highest expectation. I take what they give us, and it's just whatever, Now, as far as costumes, yeah, I was a little bit disappointed because I wanted more costumes to work with, but for me personally, just to make more mods, to make mods a little bit more easier. Like if they gave us, like the Bojack squad, and we got to see like his pirates. I forgot the name of them because they're a little bit irrelevant. But the female one, like it became easier to make her character since they basically gave us the costumes to work with. So that's the aspect that I usually look forward to, and having new skills. Along with the story mode. I love having that added story mode there. I did enjoy the story mode, and I kind of take it for what it is. But yes, I do understand you guys do not like that we didn't have Saiyan tails that actually move. But you have to realize the Saiyan tails with the monkey costumes, the grade 8 costumes, and the Super Saiyan 4 costumes, it's a costume. It's not real, and that's why we have the non-real angel rings, the non-real Super Saiyan blue hair, the non-real Goku hair that doesn't turn Super Saiyan because it's a costume. Okay, now they might have made it seem like, oh, it was gonna move, but we have to be realistic and look at what we've already had. They've never really given us a costume that becomes alive once you use it. The King Kai wings, they still stay flat like cardboard and stuff. They don't move, But yeah, I don't really have an issue with it. I just don't have expectations for it. I take it for what it's worth, and it was okay. It was an okay DLC, not bad. I like the story mode. I guess that's just my opinion on it. So yeah, next question. All right, Super Zamula asks, Agwang, will you make Legic? Well, considering I don't know who Legic is, I can't really say that I will make him. So next question. Expert03 says, would you want to be a human race but have only the ability to use the Nimbus, or be a Saiyan who can go Super Saiyan and above but can't fly? Now, flying is the awesome thing. If you would have said, if I could choose to be a human but fly with my own ability and not have to use some damn cloud, I would choose the human. But considering that that's not the case and you have to use something else to fly, then I will more than likely just choose a Super Saiyan. I can go Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 4. Yeah, I think that would be a lot more interesting. Hell, at least I can jump really high, So I would have to go with being a Saiyan. Yeah, and I get a cool tail. So yeah, if I want to fly, I'll catch an airplane or something like that. Okay, so yeah, that's my answer for that question. All right, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this name right. Kutchulane? Well, he says, will you be planning to mod any other games besides the Xenoverse series? Now, that all depends on if I complete what I set out to complete with Xenoverse. I want to finish a lot of things, and maybe I can expand to other games and see what they have to offer and check out their community. But as of right now, I want to master Xenoverse. I want to see how far I can take it and, continue to rise the pinnacle. I want to keep on hitting the pinnacle and whatever it is that I set out to do with Xenoverse, and constantly progress. If Xenoverse dies out, then maybe I will look at other things, but right now it's doing really good for me, at least, and I still have many things that I want to do. So another game, I really wouldn't be able to say I would. The closest game that I probably would do, it would be Naruto, because that's basically where I started, the Naruto Storm series. But as of right now, I'm not looking at any other games, But if I had to say another game that I would be interested in, that would be Grand Theft Auto 5, because they have a lot of modding potential. But yeah, nothing at the moment that I'm looking for. So Henry Gonzalez says, Agwang, how long can you hold your breath? not very long. Gabriel asks, why did you choose the name Legendary Agwang? Well, it's very simple. That name came from, like, basically, I used to play a lot of MMOs when I was younger, and I wanted an original name. I wanted an original name that basically came from the origin of, you know, African people. Instead of just stealing a Japanese name, I wanted something that basically resonated with my own DNA and culture. So I looked up some African names. I wanted to find some cool names, and I found one that meant wolf, and that was Agwang. It sounded a little bit like the Japanese culture names or Chinese culture names, which I'm a fan of. So I was like, yo, that's a cool name. I want it, and I'll put it on my character. So eventually when I became a YouTuber, I was like, hell, I'll just use that name. That name is pretty original, so why not? You know, fun fact is, they actually named their daughters in Africa Agwang, not the boys. But I didn't really care. You know, I was like, yo, this is a cool name. Whatever, I'm gonna make it work. So yeah, that's basically how that came about. Divya Deep. Look, I've never actually pronounced his name before. I've obviously in my mind I've always said Dive Deep, but it's I think it's Divya Deep. But anyways, you have to correct me some other time. But he says, which is your best character you have made since you have started? Do you plan to make more of what if characters? Well, what if characters are always a thing that I will do. It's always best to, you know, bring something fresh to the table, you know? Like, people don't always want to see just canon characters. They want to see you use your creativity. So that's something to look forward to. But moving on to the final question. This one is asked by Jose de la Rosa. Jose de la Rosa. De la Rosa? I don't know. In terms of end goal, or what the finish line is for you, what do you see created in the time you retire from making these mods? Ultimate Xenoverse or a variety of new mods? Well, I won't be retiring from Xenoverse 2. From what I understand, I don't think I will be doing that until the next Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 comes out. Till Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 comes out, I don't think I'll be retiring anytime soon, because there is just so much potential for this game that has yet to be unraveled. As you can see, there are people out there making new transformations that, you know, look completely legit. There's so many things to do to make this game enhanced and fun. I just don't see myself letting it go yet. Like, this is a Dragon Ball Xenoverse is like single-handedly progressing my channel, so it's definitely a keeper for a very long while until replaced by a better Dragon Ball Xenoverse game. And that's not going to be Fighter Z. I will add Fighter Z to my channel, but that's not going to be something that can replace Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. So, yeah, that's our final question. And if you guys want to ask questions and have your questions answered, Patreons do get priority. Patrons who are of the Kaioken level and above, they get their questions answered, guaranteed priority over subscribers, because, you know, they basically support me on a higher level. So for subscribers, if you want your questions answered, all you have to do is ask me a question on Twitter with the hashtag AskAgwang, and I will put out the best questions from that list onto the next video on Mondays. I believe I'm going to try to keep doing it every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. And with all that being said, I want to just kind of say my appreciation for those who do support me, and despite hearing all of negative things about me or whatever, you guys still support me because you make decisions based off of your own experiences with me. And I kind of want to say I really appreciate my Patreons, man. The support has just been crazy. You guys really don't give me crap about, you know, being late with my mods, because you guys understand that I live in the real world and things do come up and they cause me to delay. You know, issues come out of nowhere, and you guys kind of understand that. So I really appreciate that, guys. Great things coming soon, and I will see you guys later. Peace.
Waking